Well, baby, I'm on it with a bottle of wine and an old dirt road. Are you ready to go? Hey, thanks everybody for joining us today on Live Music Nation. I'm your host, Jake Peel. Today we're with Melody Montez from the Crighton Theater. Melody, how are you?
Good. How are you?
Good, good, good. Tell us a little bit about yourself, Melody. Where'd you grow up and what brought you to the Crighton Theater?
Okay. Well, I was born and raised in the Houston area, and and I went to Sam Houston State University for
Okay.
a little while as a theater major, and then ended up living in Illinois for a while, and then I came back to Texas and found the Crighton Theater, moved into the Conroe area and started working and joined the theater there. It's a community theater and just fell in love with the place. It's an old vaudeville theater that was built in 1934, and it's absolutely beautiful. And the group that's in there is wonderful. And I've been there since like 1994 and doing shows and directing.
Well, baby, I'm on it with a bottle of wine and an old dirt road. Are you ready to go?
About October of last year, found out that the theater director that had been there for 32 years was going to retire.
Oh, wow.
And I just thought, oh gosh, it just kind of like hit me like a train. Like I got to be the one to take over. It has to be me. So I vied for the job and got it, and been there since April as the executive director.
Okay, very good. What kind of productions do you have at the theater?
Mostly it's live theater. There is a resident theater group that does 6 shows a year. And then there's some children's groups that come in. And then we do have the occasional weekend, one-night concerts here and there.
Very good. So are you selling all those guitars behind you, or are you just inviting people to come into your closet and check them out?
I know, right? Don't broadcast my address.
Oh my gosh.
These are my son's and husband's guitars. They're musicians. They play in a band together with my other son, who's a drummer. And I thought, what's the coolest place in the house? And it's this room. So that's where I set it up.
They're going to kill you. Oh, that's great. That's great. Very good. What is it about live entertainment, live theater, live music for you that was so intriguing?
Well, I certainly, you don't go in it for the money. It's just it's a passion you have, to be able to touch an audience and to reach an audience, whether you make them feel good or make them feel sad or make them question something that they didn't question before. Just the human emotion, it's lacking a lot of times. And so live music, live theater, it really just, it's the best way to connect with your fellow human being, and it's just fun. And if you have the talent for it and you have the aptitude, then I feel like you just have an obligation to do that.
Yeah, no, I think you're right on emotionally. I think it's a great way to communicate. I personally get accused of being non-emotional in life and in conversations, but in my career, in my music, there's a ton of emotion in that, and in every theatrical production that I've ever been to, and I was telling someone earlier today that I was convinced that I fell in love with the lead actress watching this production. You know, I didn't know her. I didn't know her first name, but that connection, she was so good at what she did. Her connection with the audience was incredible. And I think that some people are just tuned that way to communicate in that effectiveness.
Yeah, a lot of actors and musicians, my husband is one, are introverts. They don't, in their real lives, they're not all out there. I mean, he's funny, but as far as human emotion and connection, it's kind of hard to get stuff out of him. But when he gets up there, or when he sits down and plays his guitar, or, you know, and I have to do a lot of where I have to be business melody, and, you know, but the minute I pick up a script and start editing it, or looking at the characters to direct, or to play a character, then all of that comes out.
Yeah. You know, very, very cool. All right, let's have a little bit of fun, Melody. Tell me, what's the number one best concert you've ever been to in your life?
Number one best concert, I would have to say Kiss.
Okay. All right. All right.
I've been I've seen Kiss twice, and they musically, you can say what you want about Kiss. Their songs to me are catchy and cool. Are they the best written things on? No, but these guys, because of the theatrical influences, their kabuki influences, the pyrotechnics, and they put on the best, most entertaining show I've ever seen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very
I
cool.
just saw, what's today? Tuesday, Saturday, Sunday night. I saw here in the Woodlands was Ann Wilson, Jeff Beck, and ZZ Top, and that was
Oh,
that was a
wow.
really good show. It was good to see those guys. You know, they're
Yeah.
getting up there. And then
Right.
the weekend before, my son and I went and saw George Thorogood and Sammy Hagar.
Oh, very cool.
Awesome.
Very cool.
Also very good
cool.
shows. So recently I've seen some good stuff, you know.
Yeah.
These guys aren't getting any younger, but they're still up there rocking it, and it's very inspirational.
They are. They're still going. That's what it's about. All right. So, best theatrical production you've ever seen in your life?
Ooh, my sister took me to New York in 2015. After all these years, my first trip to New York, and probably that's hard to say. I've seen so many. I've seen Phantom of the Opera 5 times in different cities, but the New York Kinky Boots was just absolutely incredible, and Wicked. I mean, it's hard to pick one. It's hard to pick one.
I'm a big Wicked fan. That was
Yeah.
for me. Absolutely. Okay, you could bring one production and one musical artist, dead or alive, to your theater. Who would you bring?
Ooh. If I could bring a musical artist, it would probably be Tom Petty.
Okay.
I loved him so much, and I just think he's a wonderful, just to sit and listen to him, you know, would be incredible.
Yeah.
Never got to see him live. Musical production, or that's a good one. I'd like to see Phantom of the Opera on that stage. That would be cool. And now that it's leaving Broadway, it will be available for rights. So who knows?
Hopefully maybe someday, for sure. That's cool. Melody, tell everybody how they can find out more information about the Crighton Theater.
Yeah, so we have a website. It's www.crichtontheater.org, and the theater is spelled with R-E, not E-R. So, and that lists all of our upcoming shows, and you can purchase tickets through there. There's a lot of third-party ticket sites that try to upsell your tickets, but if you get them right through our website, then you're safe and you get the right price.
Yes, very good.
Yeah.
Very good. Well, thank you for joining us today, Melody, and give us a little insight of what's going on down there. And we'll look forward to talking with you again.
Okay, great. Thank you, Jake.
Well, baby, I'm on it with a ball